I want to say up front that if you're hearing a weird hum sound in the back, it is because my computer's fan is starting to fail and it's making a lot of noise, and I truly apologize for that. Okay, so let's get into our gameplay. Here's a game, and let's choose to start Dracula's Castle. And this one is words, and it is in a mixed order. So let's start to play. Now, what I recommend, and I'm going to go ahead and enlarge this a little bit. I would normally just make this full size, but because I'm recording it, I can't do that. And it's starting up. And the first objective that I think you want to do is to clear the screen as much as possible as you're going along. Now I'm talking to you, so I'm going to be distracted, and so I won't be able to clear the screen as well as I would if I was just playing this game. And so this is what I'm going to go through and do. And then, I don't know if you notice this while you're playing, is that you are able to clear the screen pretty well for a little while, and then you're like, oh, I can't find any of these things, and the clock is ticking down. And so you're like, ah! At this point, I am starting to slow down and able to, find the easiest things on the board. So what you want to do is hold down your Alt key and hit the print screen button, and then let go. And then you hit the pause button. At this point, you're going to want to change your window over to GIMP. Now, I should have said that up front. So I started the game, I also started GIMP. So GIMP is sitting in the background, and I'm going to switch to it. And the way I switch windows from what I can see is by holding down the Alt key and then hitting the Tab key. And it opens up what the windows are. So this is the game. This happens to be the thing that is recording this right now. This is my background blocker I talked about, and this is GIMP. So I'm going to click over here. And it didn't work, so if you tab through by hitting Alt key and then clicking the Tab button a couple of times, it'll scroll to this game, or to this application. Now, here is the setup of GIMP. You can see 3 windows. This is your toolbox. This is your main application with your application menu. And in the middle here is called your canvas. And then you have the layers over here. These are the 3 things that you want me to care about. On your very first time opening, you might have more things on the screen that you don't care about. And if I click on the layers here, you notice you get an Xbox, and I could click this and close it. I don't want to do that because I want it. But if you have extra stuff on your screen that you want to get rid of, you can click on the bar and close those so that you see your toolbox, layers, and the main screen. Now, the very first thing we want to do is to be able to see our gameplay. There are multiple ways you can do this. I can hold down the Control key and hit V, and that is paste, and it would just paste it onto the screen. I could also go to the Edit menu and select Paste, and that would put it on the screen. The last thing I can do is right-click on the screen itself, and then I also see the Edit menu, and I can hit Paste, which I will do now. And here is the screen. Now, you can adjust it so that what you're seeing is just what you're viewing, etc. This is fine. Now, it looks a little small. I want to point out this feature right here. This is saying that I am viewing my window at 66.7% of full size. And I can click this arrow and I can switch it to 100%. But now I have these up and down options to do. Quite honestly, when I'm in here and using GIMP, I typically switch it to 100%, even if I have it in a smaller window, or if I'm feeling very bold in my viewing, I can just leave it at 66.7%. Either one. I just wanted to show you that. Now, a couple of things have also taken place. Over here in the Layers panel, it has added an item that says Pasted Layer. Next to it is an eyeball. If I turn it off, by just clicking on it, it disappears. Clicking it on, it appears. That's going to matter in a bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and enlarge this to 100%. And I'm looking for Magic Potion, a Fang Necklace, Order, and Old Scroll. So there's a Fang Necklace. Now, what I did is I took my mouse and I noticed where that thing was. But you see how it's very faint? That's because there's a little icon next to what I'm pointing at. And that icon means it's an airbrush. To adjust that, this is the Tools menu, and what I want is a paintbrush. And if you double click on the paintbrush, this is what I end up using. So it says normal, opacity 100%, hardness 50, size 20. These are the selections that are all adjustable, and this is the paintbrush you're going to see in a bit. If you're very new, if you have like a new installation, I don't know what your tool options are going to be here. So this is the selections I picked. But anyway, I've clicked on the paintbrush. So now when I go over here, you see it looks very different. The other thing is you notice it's black. That's because this is your paint colors. And if I click here, I can change that color. So if black isn't doing it for you, and you think, oh, I should look at bright green instead, that would be the color I would prefer to use to do my markings. Let's use bright green. I happen to like black. To go back to it, I could just hit black and white right here. That's the baseline. But we're going to continue with this green because I've selected it. I do like black better. So now I can just take my time here. I can say, okay, I found a fang. And I can go ahead and move my mouse over here and look to see whether I have a Magic Potion, an Order, an Old Scroll. Now I did find the Fang Necklace. So what I tend to do is just do a little marker there to say that one's done. So now I just want to look for the other items. Okay, I've finished by actually pausing, finding my items. So this is the scroll I found, this is an order I found, this is the Magic Potion, and the Fang Necklace. Yes, I should change that to green. So I have to memorize what I just selected here. That one, that one, that one, that one. Now I need to switch windows back again to the game. So I'm going to hit the Alt-Tab key, click over to the game, and this is going to have some clouds that go behind here. And now they're moving, so that means that this window is ready to pay attention to me, and I can just hit play again. So I hit this, and the order, and the Fang Necklace, and the potion, and I just keep continuing that by going Alt, print screen, pause, Alt Tab, over to GIMP, whoops, there it is, hit Edit, Paste, or Control V, or right click and paste, And now I have my new set of things that I'm supposed to look for. I can zoom in and continue through until I finish. Now, one thing that happened that I want to point out to you, and I'll go back to 67% so you can see the whole screen here, is when I hit paste, it gave me this item here. This is saying that there's a layer that you've just added. It means it's laying it on top of the screen before it. Excuse me. This is going to matter to you in a bit, but at the moment it doesn't. So I could come through and do this. And if I did paste again, because I've made things marks, right? If I do edit paste again, I'm just pasting a new layer on top of this other one. It's all ghosted out, so every paste is going to go right into this floating selection, is what it's calling it. And I can just keep going and playing and continuing to paste, and it's always going to create a new layer, and that's how you go through and find your items in a more relaxed search, and then go back and transfer it into the game.